Different levels, I cannot relate. You never win if you playing it safe. It's all a game until you get played.
A prominent pastor in Memphis got killed. And this story is so weird because I believe the pastor was in the wrong. You never want to hear that about pastors, right? You never want to hear that pastors are out here doing something. But this whole story about this one, when you hear it, it's going to make you say, what was he even thinking?
First at 5 on your news leader, the shooting death of a beloved pastor and prominent leader in Memphis left plenty of people stunned, many asking, why would anyone kill Pastor Ricky Floyd? Well, tonight, only on News Channel 3, video showing a portion of what happened the night Pastor Floyd was shot to death. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Greg Hurst.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Skurlock. WREG has viewed the video provided to us by the attorneys of the woman charged with shooting Floyd. We have carefully considered the weight of what's shown and the sensitivity to all involved in this tragedy. But we also believe it's an important part of the story and one you deserve to see.
So they just setting this up. They about to break down the entire thing. So this is going to be like a kind of long. I kind of shortened it a little bit, but I want y'all to see this. I really want y'all to pay attention. Just pay attention.
Here's WREG investigator April Thompson.
Plenty of speculation surrounding the shooting of Pastor Ricky Floyd outside Mama's Bar and Kitchen March 12th. Phone video captured what appears to be some of the final moments of Pastor Floyd's life. It shows the Tahoe truck he is in putting on brakes, Pastor Floyd getting out, walking toward the person shooting the video as they yell to back up.
I'm backing back 3 times now. When I do that, you know, back the up. Back the up.
All right, y'all. The pastor hopped out the vehicle. He looked like he was furious. He hops out the vehicle, and you're hearing what sounds like 2 women voices that he is charging at. Let's keep going.
Then the video drops out. WREG sat down with the attorneys for Samantha Marion, charged with shooting Pastor Floyd to death. They say the video speaks for itself.
All right. So now we know that there's a woman behind this. We heard 2 voices. This man is charging. Look at him. Look at him. This is supposed to be a pastor. Now, mind you, they had a bar and grill. I know some people, I saw some comments when I was reading this story. People were like, why would a pastor be at a bar and grill? Well, I mean, it's just like a regular sports bar, like a regular restaurant. He not allowed to go out and get something to eat because the establishment sells alcohol. Like, I mean, y'all really think pastors don't drink? Really? Just because they stand in front of a pulpit don't mean that they ain't fleshy. They still do the exact same stuff we do. They just happen to be standing on stage speaking. But let's keep going.
The video does not capture the gunfire that would have taken place probably maybe 3 or 4 seconds later, but it clearly shows him approaching her aggressively after being told several times to stop and that he should not be, walking up on her like that.
Keith Perry says his client, Samantha Marion, was behind the camera shooting the video. And it came after Marion and a man she had met that night got into a heated religion discussion with Pastor Floyd inside the bar. Perry says when everyone was leaving, Pastor Floyd walked toward Marion and the man got between them.
They inside the bar. It gets heated inside the bar. And all of a sudden, wham, it takes it outside. It seems that a lot of people are overly emotional. I don't know if these people were drinking or not. They don't say it. We haven't found that out yet, but let's keep going.
He stands in front of Reverend Floyd. He's knocked to the ground by Reverend Floyd, and when he does, the back of his head hits the pavement, and he becomes a little stunned or dazed. Reverend Floyd then takes the telephone of Miss Marion, and he throws it to the ground, and he hurled a couple of insults or what have you, and then starts to walk off.
That's when he says Samantha Marion picks up her phone and starts videoing the license plate of the truck, since she had never met Floyd before.
So she didn't even know this dude. Never met him. They get into it. She done pushed them down, shoved them. Like he's already assaulted them once already. So she gets up to record the situation so she can make sure that she try to, make sure that she gets the information so she could file a report, I guess. I don't know what she was gonna do. I guess she was gonna go back inside, try to get some camera footage to see and get him in trouble for something. But let's keep going.
That's where the video picks up.
Whatever triggered him, he was upset with Mrs. Marion. He fought through two individuals to get to her, and watching him storm from the vehicle and approach her, it was clear that his intentions was definitely not to give her a hug and say, hey, let's work this out. But he had aggression in his heart and in his mind.
WREG acknowledges that this is only one piece of video from that night, and it does not include what police have described as Pastor Floyd holding his hands up and walking backwards away from Marion before falling to the ground. Out of respect for Pastor Floyd's family, WREG reached out to a family spokesperson and shared the video. It was their first time seeing it.
At this difficult time, we're just totally focused on prayer and maintaining our faith in the justice system. We trust that it will fulfill its purpose and provide us the answers and the accountability that is essential right now.
I'm kind of confused with that one, the accountability. I mean, as far as what I see from this video now, obviously this is just one angle. I'm pretty sure if there was a restaurant, hopefully they had cameras somewhere else around. But it seems like he's the aggressor in this. And she is actually kind of telling him to back up, and he is charging at her. So, I mean, she's already been assaulted once. She was already pushed to the ground. So he threw her phone down, and then he comes back. And now you see he seems like he is on one. So I don't understand the accountability piece, because I just don't see how they charge this woman with murder. I just don't.
But Marion's attorneys believe the video shows their client was defending herself, and that should have been taken into consideration when she was in jail 7 days and given a $100,000 bond.
You're witnessing a person that has just been assaulted and is getting a tag number and trying to do what they're supposed to do. And you're witnessing a person who, despite the great 58 years that he has lived, and we're not asking anybody in the public to measure him by that last 30 minutes of his life or what have you, but for that last 30 minutes was angry.
For your news leader in Memphis, April Thompson, WREG News Channel 3.
Okay. I don't know. But from my standpoint, it looked like this pastor was in the wrong, and this should have been self-defense. You just can't get out your car and just go charging at somebody. He literally was leaving. He should have just left. But his ego as a man wouldn't allow him just to ride off without him trying to get a get back. This woman warned him a couple of times, back up, back up, back up. And it seemed like she was backing up because he kept coming forward. And if you saw it in the camera, she was backing up and he kept coming forward. At this point, I don't know, she seems like she's kind of, most guys, this guy looked like he's pretty a heavy-set guy, kind of tall. He might have been intimidated. And the fact that she said she didn't know who he was, how would she know that he was a pastor? How did she know that he was a mega church pastor in Memphis, Tennessee? She had never seen him before. There's plenty of pastors in my town that got big churches that I've never seen. Never seen. And I'm pretty sure you all are the same way. So what does this woman do? What do you do in this situation? What do you do? Like, seriously, like, what do you do in this situation when this is the outcome? Is this self-defense? Is this second-degree murder? Because in my eyes, this should have been self-defense. They had this video. I don't understand how Memphis police could come to the rationalization that this was second-degree murder. Now, I will tell you this. With this case, the prosecutor had to recuse himself. Why? Because him and the pastor got some business dealings. So he had to recuse himself off the case. She was being held. I mean, she's been bonded out since this happened. She's been bonded out. But I found it odd that they had the district attorney had to recuse himself. I'm going to see who's going to pick this case up. They're going to have to bring in a special prosecutor from somewhere. But this pastor is prominent. Very prominent pastor. And we know how the community is when it comes to clergymen. So as that woman was saying, hey, we're just going to pray and see how it goes. I'm pretty sure they want the one to be held accountable because they can't see the wrong in the pastor. And she said that they had never seen the video. All they knew is that he got shot and killed. So now you see the video and they still, what is their attitude? Do they still believe that she should be held accountable? Or do they feel now that she may have been a victim of a violent encounter with a pastor that who they held in high regard?